goes. Okay. Get down here with you. Alright. She's real heavy.
She's a slow eater.
Yeah, not really. Once she gets going, she'll stab it with her fangs as she swallows it. So get a good look at those fangs when she starts manipulating them to push the rat down her throat. You'll see how big they are.
How big do they get?
She could probably get about 3 times this thickness, depending on the metabolism and how much I feed her.
And where do Gaboon vipers live, Albert?
They come out of the Congo. So between East and West Africa. This is a West African Gaboon. So they're in Central Africa. But they have a pretty wide range. I mean, the species alone, not so much the Gaboon viper, but the family group that it belongs to, ranges all through Africa, through North Africa, Central Africa, all the way down to South Africa. And they're known as puff adders. What these snakes actually do is they inflate their body with air, contract their body, and then force the air through the nasal passage, giving off a loud hissing noise. Hence the name puff adder. Okay? These snakes are very well camouflaged to their environment. If you actually look at the head, it looks like the shape of a leaf. Okay?
Wow.
There we go.
Wow.
She's got a big spider web on her head.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hurry up. I'm getting tired.
Albert, they did like, do you even lift a Gaboon viper? Albert's like, yeah, curls. Oh, there it goes. Wow. Look at those fangs.
See them? They're big.
Huge.
One's falling out on that side. See the one coming out?
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
So you can get the forceps and pull it. The forceps are up there. Go ahead. See if you can grab it.
The fang?
The forceps. With the forceps. Yeah, pull the fang. It's not stuck to anything. I don't want her to swallow it.
I'm pulling out a fang.
I'm preoccupied here. Yeah, just turn the forceps the other way. There you go. Now pinch the fang.
The one that's over here?
Yeah, the one that's loose. When she stretches it out, yeah, got it? Just pull it. Got it? Great.
I want to pull the... Oh.
Just pull the fang.
Well,
Get the thing around the fang.
Yeah, it's not open. Did they just fall out? Oh, there it is.
Okay. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it's going to fall out, but she's going to swallow it because it's stuck to her out. There you go. Just pull it. There.
Oh, whoa.
There you go.
So they actually fall, the fangs will fall out.
Yeah,
and they grow back?
Fangs reseed themselves. They got new fangs, constantly replacing old fangs.
Whoa.
So now you got to see the
I
fang
just
of the
pulled
Gaboon. Look at that.
Fang out of a Gaboon viper. It was falling out, guys. It needed to come out. But that's crazy.
See? Did you guys watch?
Albert, I can't believe you're doing
You just
this.
defanged the Gaboon viper.
I just offended?
No, you defanged the Gaboon viper.
Defanged. You're the guy holding on to it.
This.
Look at him go. Her go. Wow. And how often do you feed her, Albert?
What, like this?
Well, not like this. Every day. This is what Albert does for
Yeah,
fun.
she only eats maybe once or twice a month.
Once or twice a month?
Yeah, I don't give her a lot. It's not quantity, it's consistency. Okay, so basically you just make sure they get an even, steady meal, and they'll grow huge. So maybe 2 rats once a month. That's once every 2 weeks. I'm not going to feed her until this one gets digested. So we're just going to let this go down the hatch.
So in the wild, do they eat about twice a month, or just as much as they can
Well,
catch?
they're opportunist animals, so whatever presents itself at the time when this animal is in its natural environment, it's going to take advantage of, and it will eat. Okay, and it's not only going to eat rodents; it will eat a lot of other animals besides rats, and it'll even eat other snakes if they happen to cross. Actually, Gaboon will eat another Gaboon. I've had
She's
that happen
hissing.
too.
She's hissing.
Yeah,
Now does-
she's it's just a warning system. Rattlesnake vibrates a rattle, and Gaboon vipers and puff adders huff and puff and hiss. It's a defensive mechanism, just to say hello. I'm over here. Don't hurt me. Don't step on me. Don't do anything.
If a gaboon bites another gaboon, like does the venom? Does it?
Well, see, the
still
problem with
work on 'em, or how
snakes
does
like
that-
this, okay, the big problem with a snake like this is the length of its fang. Most of these animals have thin tissue around their body cavity. So if the fang penetrates on the back of the snake or into the body, it's going to stab the animal internally.
Okay.
If it punctures the heart, the liver, the lung, or anything like that, it could kill the snake. If it bites you through the head with a large amount of venom, it could also kill the snake.
Well, is the venom effective on other gaboons?
Let's just say not subcutaneously and not intravenously. But it would be more detrimental into organ tissue. Okay, so if it got bit in the head and venom went into its brain, then it's going to have a problem. Okay, you're going to burp?
She's got some indigestion.
Nah, she's just pushing it down. This snake is known for what we call the 180, okay? They strike to the back of them faster than anything else.
Really? So like back where you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't rub your nose, Albert. You gotta be on your game.
I'm a badass.
Famous last words. Wow, Albert, that's a beautiful snake too.
It is.
Absolutely beautiful. Looks badass as can be.
She's still pushing it down. We'll let her get to where she needs to be. And then I'll just put her back in her cage.
Whoa.
And she's happy now. She got what she wanted. She just went to the bathroom and basically she was roaming around a little bit looking for food, so she's content on what she's got. And you can hear her, she's all huffing and puffing. A lot of this is
You just got
but
food.
the other thing is you know, you got to be able to read the animal. If you're not able to judge the behavior or the motion or whatever the animal's saying to you, then best keep your hands off of it.
And how long have you been
No,
working with them?
Huh?
How long have you been working with Gaboon vipers, Albert?
Oh, since I was probably 16 years old when I was keeping snakes. Where I lived, you didn't need a license. And those were the times I get bit more often too.
See, you hear that, guys? You don't want to. Don't try this at home. Albert knows what he's doing. Don't try this at home unless you're trying to do it.
Okay, so she's a little huffy and puffy.
You're petting a Gaboon viper.
Bitus Gaboonica. Here you go, sweet. Any longer, you're a real heavy snake. Okay, the reason I actually use my hand with this snake is because
She's getting out, Albert. She's escaping.
she's not going anywhere. She's not good in a second. Okay. I bet you thought I was going to do that with my hand, didn't you?
I know how you are. I did think you were going to do it with your hand.
No, I ain't stupid, I ain't crazy. Okay? Everything that I
You're not
do,
stupid, crazy.
No,
We already
yeah,
saw
I'm
that.
not crazy.
We already
Basically,
saw
everything
that.
I do with these animals is long term to the knowledge of animal behavior with working with these animals for the years that I've been doing this, okay? I mean, I don't expect to see anybody else doing that, but basically.
Yeah, don't try this at home. Do not try this at home because you saw Albert do
But it
this.
takes
Don't.
years to perfect these skills. So.
He's been doing it for years. I don't know if I want to touch that, man. I like.
Yeah, it's perfect. Look how
the
big that thing is.
thing is. Pick it up. What are
Okay.
you doing?
Oh, I do this all the time.
That just came out of a viper, Albert.
See that?
Don't
Go-
prick yourself with it.
Go right through your thumb.
Ooh.
There's only what we call residual venom left inside this fang. Wouldn't be enough to cause any kind of a serious problem. Might get a little skin irritation, a little tissue swelling.
You're insane, Albert. I don't want to touch that.
I think I'm going to use it to pierce my ear with.
Now that would be a cool earring. You can do your nose, Albert. You can just do a nose. You know how they get to do the nose? It comes out the two sides. Albert, that was awesome. Thanks again for showing us a new crazy things Albert does. Has she become more comfortable with you as you've
Well, let me
handled
tell
her?
you something. I raised this animal since she was this big, okay? So you want to see how big she was when I got her?
Sure.
Okay, here. I got a couple of baby ones here.
Oh, you got some babies. Are they her babies?
They're not her babies. They're from another guy that had babies from another Gaboon. But they started out fairly small, okay? Then grow up into 6-foot giants.
Uh-oh. But they're still venomous, very venomous now, right?
They're just as venomous as the adults. Just making them smaller doesn't make them more venomous. It just makes them a little harder to handle. See, I can't reach in there and pick up a snake that small. Okay?
Yeah, well, it was
I got more snake to work with over there. If I reach in there and try to pick her up with my finger, I am an idiot, and then I am stupid. Okay?
You're not gonna do
then
that.
you can label me as crazy because no. Okay. But we're just gonna shove her to the side a little bit. Here, let me just push her over. Just so you can see the snake there, okay? You can see how small it is. See, if I grab that animal by the tail, how far is her head away from my hand? What, 4 inches? Okay? What's my reaction time? Okay? There is none, okay? And, you know, you got to keep these things in mind. Now, that one's light enough and small enough to use a hook on when they're that little, so you don't hurt them. But when they get that big, if you use a hook on those snakes and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to kill it, okay? Because you're going to break its rib, you're going to hurt its internal.
Really? Because I've seen people using the
Well,
hooks on them all the time.
they do that because they don't have the balls to pick one up the way I do. Okay.
But that's not good for the snake.
But
Wow,
I don't advise anybody to do that anyway.
Because of the
like
weight.
I said, it's only because of my background and my knowledge, you know, retaining to these animals, and that enables me to do that. Okay, so
Wow.
if I was just getting into this now as a herper, basically I'd be using hooks and, you know, other
Yeah.
tools to control and manipulate these snakes. But picking Gaboon vipers up with hooks is not a good idea, okay? I always handle that snake when it got to a certain size, always with my hands. I'd use a hook to control the snake just to let it know that I'm here, but then I would actually manipulate it with my hands. Same thing when I do with the king, because if I use a hook on it, I'm going to hurt it. So the king's a lot tougher, but the thing is, you know, I can't control him with the hook. So right now I just manipulate his behavior. I just push him in the box and he stays there. Then I can actually, you know, go in and clean him out. So I don't even have to fight with the thing, you know.
Wow.
But our next thing we're going to do,
What's that?
the king cobra.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Albert's going to get out the king cobra in a future episode.
Okay, we did the viper, then it's going to be the king cobra. Okay,
Looking forward to it, Albert.
all right.
I'm going to do a dance. I'm not going to do it. This is the Gaboon Viper dance. Albert invented it. I'll give you credit for it. All right, are we still filming? That's going to be like all outtake stuff.